So, gents and ladies, this is my boy Logan from Loki Barber, correct? We're out here in Athlone. I've been driving for how many days? What's today? Saturday. 7 days. Haven't been able to visit my barber, so I spoke to my boy Uncle Z behind you there. Hello, Uncle Z. I'm like, yo, Uncle Z, I need a quick clean up on the beard because I'm looking a little rough. My boy's about to give me a fresh one.
Please select service you want. Select destination station.
Now, at the factory in Uitenhage, there's a nice yellow or mustard Mark 1 R line with a 1.8 turbo 20 valve motor in it. When we looked at the timeline, intercoolers, oil coolers, boost pipes, it's a lot of work. So I thought the second best motor will be still a 20 valve, but just a normally aspirated version of that. We knew there was a Polo Cup motor from the racing scene available, which is very rare, a very expensive motor to build, but it makes a very good horsepower rating. Stock out of factory made 92 kilowatts on the flywheel, a little bit more than the R-line. It's a strong little motor, revvy motor. So we prepped the whole build around one day, one of those motors going into the vehicle.
Where did you come from? I feel like you just magic that. Hey man, how's it going? So we've been talking about this for like 2 weeks online.
Genuine Polo Cup engine out of a Polo Cup vehicle that was racing in 2011.
It was run in 2011. Do you know what happened to it since then?
So it had a blown head gasket, and I stripped it to assemble to put in one of my vehicles.
What are the signs look that you can tell me it's an original?
There's no engine number.
Oh, wow.
I feel like you can
machine that off.
down. The fingernail test, you can feel drags in there and no more, but we can open it up. We can shave a little bit metal off, make it perfectly smooth, and then run a bigger piston ring to take up that distance. But once you get to a maximum size, then you're in trouble. But we're still looking like it hasn't been machined or very much. So the cylinder has a special bit on this. It's a 5 valve per cylinder, so 20 valve. You're used to your 16 valve with the double overhead cam. Volkswagen went a little nutty and added 3 intakes for better flow. This cylinder head is what makes these engines cool, and these camshafts should be what makes it motorsporty. So, moment of truth. Yep, they're cams. Thickest?
Yeah, this is a high-lift cam. It's also long duration.
Just by seeing it, can you determine or guesstimate by the shape and size of the lobes on the cam that it's like a 303 or close to it?
It's definitely a big cam. What it is exactly, you need to test, but
Okay.
you got quite a long duration, not a sharp point, quite high lift. So I would guess it's around about that. Yeah.
With the engineering and everything, what it cost me, I'm a bit. It's not going to bring me 19.5, but we can go a bit lower than that.
Mind if I go confer with Vickers because he is my 20 valve normally
can have
aspirated motorsport?
This is not
Wow.
But whatever the days, I think it's still worth that money any time of the day.
You think
Just
think
the
that,
head assembly, I think is worth it.
Sure, but it's buying a project.
Yeah, it's a project.
So if you think 8 to 12,000 rand for the machine work / assembly, is that a fair estimate?
I would say it's a fair estimate, but I can also be way off. So if you think about it, you were willing to pay 60 for the car, correct?
I don't remember, but yes. Wait, don't bullshit me. Don't beat me
So
on that.
technically, you bought a Polo Cup
He's like,
and a
oh,
motor.
well, you know, you've got that. No,
Well done,
wait.
big.
Thank you. I will claim that. Thank you. I will claim that. Thank you. So I'd like to make you a respectable offer of 15.
We can do that.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
If I walk away, you're gonna feel good and have a good day.
It's for a good cause, and I'm following it on Instagram, so I'm very happy to see it go to a good home.
Can I shake you on that?
100%.
Thanks. I appreciate that, bro. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've officially bought a motorsport Polo Cup car in parts for the price of 15,000 rand. You think cops here? How you doing, old boy? Yeah. Big. Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
Hold that close, nobody moves.
Our spontaneous on-the-road meet was a lot of fun, but before our enthusiasm got the upper hand, the long arm of the law reined us in.
And then Uppington, Vryburg.
Just like require your driver's license, and just do a normal routine inspection.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. You having a good day out here? Thanks, my man.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Luckily, the routine spot check didn't take very long because we still had a long way to our destination for day number 7, Springbok in the Northern Cape. Some of the best moments of this trip were when we randomly pulled up on the side of the road, rolled out the shade, found something to eat, and shared good conversations, some jokes, and some good insights on our beautiful country, South Africa.
You as well. Thank you so much for hanging out.
After a short trip driving on gravel, we made it to Springbok Lodge, a guest farm lodge just outside of Springbok. We arrived just in time for supper, one of the most memorable evenings for me, under a million or trillion scattered stars right across the African sky.
So there's no possible way we're traveling 5,000 kilometers across all 9 provinces, and we make it to this side of the world, just past Springbok, Namakwaland vibes, and we don't hit the coast. So we're doing a little bit of a slight detour, short left to the west coast to go visit Port Nolloth, so that we can see the Atlantic fresh ocean and have us some fish and chips.
Just in case you didn't believe that this car was sitting under a tree for quite a long time, we have now driven 3,887 kilometers, and there's still parts of tree coming out.
The road from north of Springbok heading towards Namibia, that road was perfect. There was not a pothole on it. Every time you crested a hill, you looked down and you saw it just continue dead straight over the next hills to the horizon, where you go and have this beautiful series of turns with just the right camber on the road, and the scenery was just perfect, and basically no other cars on it. That was kind of just our playground.
My man. It's cold out here, but good.
Time to have some fish and chips. I want fish and chips.
Why? Because you're at the coast and you gotta slap me a little bit of fish and chips, papa. Just like that. All yours, all yours, all yours, all yours. In case you were wondering where Jamie was while we were feasting, he got wind of a high-speed testing facility that happens to be en route to Uppington. But more about that after the break.